Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in every life when we are faced with a choice, a crossroads, if you will, a time when we must decide, who do we want to become? What do we want to achieve? And how do we plan to get there? This is the moment of decision. Our lives are the sum of the decisions we make from the moment we wake up in the morning to the time we go to bed. We are constantly faced with choices. Some are small and seemingly insignificant, like what to eat for breakfast or what route to take to work. Others are more significant, like deciding on a career path, ending a toxic relationship, or pursuing a dream that feels just out of reach. Whether large or small, these decisions collectively determine the direction of our lives. They shape not just what we do, but who we become. And they shape us into who we would be. Every decision acts as a stepping stone. Each one takes us closer to or further away from the person we aspire to be. Think of life as a journey and your decisions as the map you use to navigate. Some choices lead to smooth, open roads where progress is clear and steady. Others take you down winding, uncertain paths that require courage and resilience. But regardless of the route, every decision contributes to the trajectory of your journey. The power of a single decision should never be underestimated. History is filled with stories of individuals who changed the course of their lives and often the world through one pivotal choice. Whether it's an entrepreneur deciding to start a business, a leader taking a stand against injustice, or an artist daring to share their work with the world, these moments of decision are what define greatness. They are rarely easy. They are often fraught with doubt, fear, and the potential for failure. Yet, they hold the potential to unlock extraordinary outcomes. They are also an invitation into possibility, as it can completely transform our view of the obstacles that come. It's important to recognize that not deciding is, in itself, a decision. When we fail to choose, we allow external forces, circumstances, other people's opinions, or even the passage of time to dictate our lives. In these moments, we surrender our power. Life begins to happen to us rather than through us. The truth is, even when we feel stuck or indecisive, we are still making a choice. The truth is, even when we feel stuck or indecisive, we are still making a choice. The truth is, even when we feel stuck or indecisive, we are still making a choice. The truth is, even when we feel stuck or indecisive, we are still making a choice. The truth is, even when our decisions are most impactful when they are made with clarity and intention. To make meaningful choices, we must first understand what we truly want. This requires introspection, an honest look at our values, desires, and long-term goals. Clarity brings focus, and focus allows us to make decisions that align with our highest aspirations. When our choices are rooted in purpose, they become more than actions, they become declarations of who we are and what we stand for. But even with clarity, making a decision often demands courage. It's natural to fear the unknown. It's tempting to stay in the safety of the familiar, even when we know it's not serving us. Yet the greatest rewards in life come from stepping beyond what is comfortable and into what is possible. The act of deciding is an act of faith. Not blind faith, but faith in your ability to adapt, grow, and overcome whatever challenges arise. In every moment, life presents us with opportunities to decide. With each choice, we take another step in the direction of our destiny. The question is, are we choosing deliberately, or are we letting life choose for us? And who would be in charge of this journey that each action has its own morality? The present moment is all we truly have. It is the point where life happens, where decisions are made, and where actions take place. Yet so many of us live in a state of constant distraction, caught between the regrets of the past and the hopes or anxieties about the future. We replay old mistakes or imagine scenarios that may never come to pass, all the while letting the only moment we can actually influence slip through our fingers. The power of now lies in its immediacy and its potential to create change. Each moment carries within it the seed of transformation. The decision to start something new, to make a change, or to seize an opportunity is always made in the now. Procrastination, however, is the thief of this power. When we delay action, telling ourselves we'll begin tomorrow, next week, or when conditions are ideal, we give away our agency. The truth is, conditions are rarely perfect, and waiting for the right time often leads to missed opportunities. Now is the only time we can control, and it is in the now that we must act. The present moment is also where clarity resides. In the now, we are not bogged down by the weight of past failures or paralyzed by fear of the unknown. It is a space of raw potential, untainted by what has been or what might be. When we anchor ourselves in the present, we can see situations more clearly and make decisions that align with our true intentions. We are no longer reacting to external pressures or internal doubts, but responding with purpose and awareness. Living in the now requires mindfulness, a conscious effort to be fully present in the moment. It's about paying attention to where you are, what you're doing, and the choices available to you right now. This practice not only enhances your ability to make impactful decisions, but also enriches your experience of life. When you are present, even the simplest tasks become meaningful. A conversation, a walk, or a moment of stillness takes on greater significance because you are fully engaged in it. Fear often pulls us away from the now. We worry about outcomes, about whether we will succeed or fail, and about how others might perceive us. But these fears are tied to a future that hasn't yet arrived. They are projections of what could happen, not what is happening. By grounding ourselves in the present, we can let go of these fears and focus instead on what we can do right now to move forward. The now is also where momentum begins. Action, no matter how small, creates energy. It sets things in motion. The decision to take a single step in the present moment can lead to a cascade of progress that transforms your life over time. Every major achievement, every great journey starts with one simple act taken in the now. The present moment is a powerful gift, and those who learn to embrace it unlock the ability to shape their lives in profound and meaningful ways. Clarity is the foundation of all meaningful progress. Without it, we wander aimlessly, unsure of where we're going or why we're moving in a certain direction. Clarity acts as a compass, guiding our decisions, actions, and efforts. It provides focus and purpose, allowing us to channel our energy toward goals that align with our values and aspirations. Without clarity, even the best intentions can become diluted, and our efforts, however enthusiastic, often lead to frustration or stagnation. To achieve clarity, we must first know ourselves. This involves a deep and honest examination of what truly matters to us, our values, desires, and vision for the future. It requires stripping away the noise of external influences, the expectations of others, societal pressures, and the endless distractions that vie for our attention. Clarity begins when we stop asking, what do they want from me? And start asking, what do I want for myself? This process of introspection isn't always easy. It demands vulnerability and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. Sometimes we realize that the path we've been following isn't the one we truly want. Other times we discover that our fears or doubts have clouded our judgment, preventing us from seeing the possibilities before us. But clarity comes from this confrontation. It is in acknowledging where we are and where we want to go that we begin to carve out a path forward. Once clarity is achieved, decision-making becomes simpler. Choices that once seemed overwhelming or confusing suddenly align with our purpose. When we know what we want, we can say yes to the opportunities that support our goals and no to the distractions that don't. This focus is liberating. It frees us from the paralysis of indecision and the exhaustion of spreading ourselves too thin. With clarity, we no longer waste time or energy on pursuits that do not serve us. Clarity also enhances our resilience. When we are clear about our goals, challenges, and setbacks become easier to navigate. We're less likely to give up when things get tough because we know why we're pursuing our objective in the first place. A clear sense of purpose acts as an anchor, grounding us even in the face of uncertainty or adversity. The impact of clarity extends beyond our personal lives. It influences how we communicate, lead, and collaborate with others. When we are clear about our intentions and expectations, we inspire confidence and trust. Clarity in our words and actions fosters stronger relationships and more effective teamwork. People are naturally drawn to those who know what they want and can articulate it with conviction. Clarity is not something you achieve once and then forget about. It's an ongoing process, a practice that requires reflection and recalibration. Life is dynamic, and as circumstances change, so too might our priorities or goals. Regularly pausing to reassess where we are and where we want to go ensures that our actions remain aligned with our vision. Clarity is the key to unlocking our potential, and it is through this lens that we can navigate life with purpose, confidence, and direction. Growth and progress are often found beyond the boundaries of what feels safe and familiar. While comfort provides a sense of security, it can also become a trap that keeps us from pursuing our true potential. Courage, on the other hand, is the catalyst for change. It is the willingness to face uncertainty, embrace discomfort, and take action despite fear. Choosing courage over comfort is not an easy path, but it is the one that leads to personal transformation and meaningful achievements. The comfort zone by its very nature is a place of predictability. It's where we know what to expect and where we feel in control. While there's nothing inherently wrong with comfort, staying there for too long can lead to stagnation. Comfort often disguises itself as contentment, but in reality, it can dull our ambitions and limit our growth. The truth is, nothing extraordinary happens in the comfort zone. To reach new heights, we must be willing to venture into the unknown. Courage is what allows us to take that first step. It's not about being fearless. Fear is a natural and often necessary response to stepping into unfamiliar territory. Courage is about acting in spite of fear. It's about acknowledging the doubts and uncertainties, but choosing to move forward anyway. Every time we act with courage, we expand our limits, proving to ourselves that we are capable of more than we thought. Choosing courage over comfort also means embracing failure as part of the journey. Fear of failure is one of the biggest reasons people stay in their comfort zones. Yet failure is not the opposite of success. It is often a stepping stone to it. Each failure teaches us something valuable, providing lessons and insights that shape our future decisions. Courage means being willing to fail, learn, and try again, knowing that every attempt brings us closer to our goals. Ultimately, the choice between courage and comfort comes down to a decision about how we want to live our lives. Do we want to settle for what is easy and familiar, or do we want to strive for what is meaningful and fulfilling? Courage is not always the easiest choice, but it is the one that leads to a life of purpose, resilience, and true accomplishment. Decisions are the starting points of change, but without action, they remain hollow intentions. Action is what gives decisions their power. It transforms ideas into reality and potential into progress. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. A decision without action is like a car with no fuel, full of potential but going nowhere. It's action that sets everything in motion and creates momentum, turning dreams into tangible achievements. Taking action is often the most challenging part of any decision. The decision itself might feel empowering, giving a sense of clarity and purpose, but action requires effort, energy, and most importantly, commitment. It pushes us to move from the conceptual to the practical, from thinking to doing. And that transition is where many people falter. Fear, procrastination, and the allure of comfort can all act as barriers, keeping us stuck in a state of inaction.